What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag, man. If you don't get your big goofy ass in here for this one. All right, listen. Canelo Alvarez just recently did an interview that was released not too long ago on $1 Million Worth of Game, a huge hip hop culture platform. And shout out to Canelo, man, whose English has gotten so much better. I knew he could speak English, but to hold these interviews with English-based shows like $1 Million Worth of Game and speak it fluently and be able to articulate, I'm impressed. The evolution of Canelo, has been amazing to watch. And listen, I continuously tell you guys I give Canelo his flowers for what he's done inside of the ring. All right, it's always been outside of the ring that I've had more or less an issue with. But inside the ring, give him his flowers. You have to. Whether you want to hear it or not, the bottom line is, in my opinion, he's one of the greatest, and I mean one of the greatest inside the ring to ever do it. Now, I got to play the most important part of this interview for you because Canelo doubles down, triples down, even quadruples down on the fact that there are superstars and stars and superstars in the sport of boxing. He's a superstar. And like some of his predecessors, he gets to pick and choose who he wants to fight. That's the bottom line. The reason he hasn't picked someone like a Terrence Crawford or even a David Benavidez is simply because he gets to fight who he wants to fight. And I continuously tell these Canelo fans, listen, bro, or let's say detractors, Canelo's not fighting those guys because it's not who he wants to fight. He simply doesn't want to fight those guys. Even when you think about his predecessors that he compares himself to, like a Julio Cesar Chavez, who at 34, 35, mind you, fought a 23-year-old Oscar De La Hoya, or a 36-year-old Floyd Mayweather, who chose a young, strong champion and a Canelo Alvarez with over 40 fights. That's who they chose to fight. Canelo Alvarez is not taking the direct road of those predecessors. He's not choosing the youngest, strongest lions that pose the biggest threats like a Benavidez, or even an older lion like a Terrence Crawford. But again, it boils down to who he wants to fight. And it's just not those guys that we want to see him fight at this time. That's the bottom line. All right. Definitely want you guys to check out the rest of this interview. I thought it was the most important to highlight. Let's check it out.
Now, Canelo, do you think boxing would be much better or different if fighters had to fight people in order instead of picking who they wanted to fight? Do you think it'd be better?
Look, at some point, all the fighters did. De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Julio Cesar Chavez, Mike Tyson. Everybody did this. When you're in, it's their levels and their stars and superstars. Okay, and they made the championship, not the championship made them. So it's way different, Like I come and I do my career, and I fight with Coro and with the Klaus, and I fight with Mayweather with the Klaus, and I fight with everybody to build my Canelo Alvarez. I am right now. I can do whatever I want.
Right.
And I don't wanna. And it's not gonna come the IVA. Hey, you need to fight with this because who's the school?
Right. Right.
I never hear about him. Just when they say, hey, this is your mandatory.
Yeah.
I never hear about him.
Right.
I don't want to do whatever they want.
Right. Because you worked hard enough to do what you want.
Yes. In this position, I can do whatever I want.
Because you put the time, you put the work.
Because I deserve it.
Absolutely.
Because all I did.
Absolutely.
Like they say, hey, you don't want to fight Golovkin, I fight you. Hey, Lara, fight Lara. Callum Smith, Billy O'Sonder, Caleb Plant, Trow, Mayweather, Coro, Vivo, everything. I did everything.
And now Berlanga.
And now him, but like I say, I did everything, and now I can ask whatever I want.
Absolutely.
And I can do whatever I want.